Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is markets and COVID anniversary. Can you believe that we are coming upon the anniversary of when we were informed as Americans that COVID was in our country and the impact it was going to have on us? We're going to talk about that, your portfolio, and more. And I'm bringing on board my distinguished colleagues, Bobby Norman and Adam Van Zandt. We've just had a great meeting in regards to portfolio strategies, and we want to relay to you where we currently are on this first day of March. We also started reminiscing about the fact that in February of 2020, our technical indicators started showing us that market movement was acting different. Volatility was picking up. We were trying to find out the reasons for that, only to learn on the weekend of March 13th through the 15th that our actions to get more conservative in February and on into March started to pay off for our clients due to the fact that on that same weekend I saw Jerome Powell as chairman of the Fed walk before the cameras, and while here at Five Plan Partners on a Sunday afternoon working with Trey Booth and Bobby Norman to look at our analysis and details as we prepared and trying to find out everything that was taking place in the economy and the markets and what reasons we could attribute to the fact of that volatility, Jerome Powell announced that he was taking interest rates as chairman of the Fed to zero. Historic. Here we are today, March of 2021, and Bobby, you talked about what's going on in the economy and the markets, and I want to emphasize to people that the markets are an indication of things to come. We've had a very strong market, and clients are asking us, can this market go higher? Can you talk about that, Bobby?
Yeah, Greg. Last week, I talked about how a spike in interest rates could cause short-term volatility, and that's what we saw at the end of the week, and as the market traded back to finish the month, was sparked by a spike in yields in the middle of the week. So volatility could continue in the short term, but like I talked about last week, long-term markets have historically shrugged off higher rates and been more reactive to the health of the overall economy and corporate earnings. And so one report that kind of got lost in the rate spike talk was the great number that we saw in durable good orders. Durable goods are items that are expected to last at least 3 years, and they posted their biggest gain in 6 months in January. A great sign for the economy going forward. The Census Bureau reported that durable good orders rose 3.4%. Expectations were 1%, so they easily beat expectations. It's an important report because orders have now returned to their pre-crisis levels. And so we've seen a market come up and an economy trying to catch up. If these reports continue to come in like they did last week, we can see the economy start to catch up even more.
Yeah, and that's great news, and something we want to emphasize to people is that, yes, we've been through the 2020 year and we watched this market take a dive down last year, but right now we're seeing a lot of strength from an economic standpoint in this economy. You agree with me on that, Bobby?
Yeah, and we looked at that report because it reflects a healthy consumer and an economy, overall economy. So it's important that number continues to come up.
And so here we are approaching the anniversary date of when this country and our market started to really address the impact of COVID. And we're starting to see a lot of positive things take place. The J&J, Johnson & Johnson vaccine has now been approved. We're hearing about our clients and others who are getting the vaccine, confidence in the economy, confidence in individuals to be able to go out and about still wearing their mask, but to get life back to normal in some ways. At the same time, though, we're seeing business models being transformed. People are still wrestling with the fact that they're seeing some businesses close while others are thriving because they embrace technology and the changing way people are doing business. And that's going to be a continuing theme throughout all of 2021. Now, Adam, you brought up some technical analysis, which we were really relied upon last year in 2020 because the economic numbers and the earnings numbers did not match up. Talk about where the market is from a technical analysis standpoint, and also bring up the points that you brought up in the meeting about consumer spending.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Greg. And first, I'll touch on technicals like you said. So Friday's S&P close came in at 3,810. Of course, we had a support level of 3,800 last week. So for a short sample size, we saw more of a bearish tone. Now that pushes a new resistance level of 3,880 with a new support level of 3,750. This is important because we did reach close to that support level. Now moving forward and the momentum trends I want to talk about, I want to go and dig more into the fundamentals. So we saw consumer spending rise 2.4% last month. Now a lot of people will say this is due to the new stimulus check that came out. I will also say too, this is the highest since June of 2020. So from a consumer standpoint, Greg, to your point, the first stimulus check, a lot of people were putting this money into savings. We weren't seeing a lot of it going back into the economy. Now with a 2.4% rise on that, we are seeing a lot of more people be comfortable with the way that companies and businesses have been developing and evolving along with technology, that the consumer is getting back out there and being confident in spending that money, which in turn turns into earnings for these companies. Going into the second quarter, we might see a lot better results with these smaller businesses and companies.
Bobby and Adam, I greatly appreciate that information and the amount of time that you put in to research it and how it relates to our clients' portfolios in relation to the markets, the economy, and the impact that COVID has had on this economy. I also want to say to our viewers that we want you to benefit from the information from these vlogs. We want this information to make a difference for you. And with that, we've tied it into our social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And the reason being is every day we want you to look at every way we're using technology to communicate with you and keep you informed as much as possible. We also appreciate those of you as viewers who have become fans on our pages, who have shared our vlogs, who have shared our social media posts. I also want to thank Felicia Ludlam, our Director of Business Integration here at Five Plan Partners. We just completed 16 years and have celebrated because of all the market volatility and things that we've been through as an organization to make a difference in our clients' lives. Every day we walk through our doors with our core value being we want to make our clients' lives better, richer, fuller. The title of my book. It's something that we totally embrace here, and we want to make sure that you're informed and that we keep your anxiety down as we have this kind of information, good or bad, come out each and every day. We hope you have a great week. We are here at Five Plan Partners and appreciative of all of you who have been with us through the 16 years as well as my 39 years being in the business. We thank each and every one of you. We're going to keep you informed and thank you for sharing this vlog with your friends, neighbors, and colleagues. It means a lot to us. Have a great week.